Hello everyone and welcome back for another episode of Indie Impressions. My name is Nick and today we're looking at Giana Sisters Twisted Dreams by Black Forest Games. This is a bit of a remake, a reimagining of an old school classic that I have to admit, I know I'm usually pretty on top of the game references, but Giana Sisters, the original one, I actually missed out on. It was for Atari ST, MSX, and Amiga, and a few Commodore 64, stuff like that. Although I did actually play a few games in the Atari ST time, I never actually got to check this one out. The thing is, the original was supposedly very much a Mario clone, and I saw the pictures of it, actually. It looks pretty much that, and yeah, this is supposed to be very different, but, you know, it actually gained quite a bit of popularity due to a big marketing initiative via Kickstarter. So, there's a lot of hype behind this one, actually, and regrettably, I don't really know what the hype's about, but we're going to check it out, so let's do that. So, there's a whole bunch of game modes. You may have noticed, actually, there's no options menu here. There is actually, in fact, an options menu, like a settings initialized, module that pops up when you start up. So, I missed showing that off, unfortunately, but you trust me, it's got all the options you need there. I can't help but think of the Sims crystal when they're touching that thing. So I guess the deal with this game is there's the two sisters, like a light version and a dark version, and they alternate back and forth in and out of their own individual realities. I guess we're getting sucked away into Dream World now. Or one of them is, anyway. And I saw the cover art for the original Giana Sisters, and it's a vast departure in style. This is clearly going for a little bit more of a cutesy style, but the original, it was a retro game and it looked like Mario, but the cover art for it involved a very tight-shirted woman running around. I don't know, you gotta kind of see it. It reminded me a little bit of, the graphics reminded me a little bit of Alex Adventure also, which is kind of funny. So I'm playing it with the Xbox 360 controller. We're gonna do some platforming. It's a pretty neat art style. The background has a lot of depth, seems very high resolution. The character art reminds me a bit of Trine, actually. Actually, you know what, the whole presentation sort of does. Not that there's anything wrong with that, I actually quite like Trine. So we can jump up from underneath these platforms, that's good to know. And we're just going to collect lots and lots of crystals like we used to do back in the day. Can I open that? Yeah, I can. It's a checkpoint, apparently. So this is my absolute first time playing this. I'm just going to sort of trust that I can figure it out. I don't think it's going to be too complicated. I'm just running around collecting crystals. I imagine there are some twists to this mechanic. In fact, I know there are. Oh, this is very exciting. I got artwork. Alright, so we can bounce on guys' heads. I don't really care about him. He's not really in the way. Grab some more of these jewels. The falling momentum seems pretty nice. Oh, hello. What does this guy remind me of? He kind of looks like... He's from Cameo, maybe? Oh, that's not good. Oh, you think you're so tough, huh, Dragon? I don't know, I bet it's not going to last. I bet you're going to get a horrible case of indigestion. Okay, so now we can switch using our right trigger, which I was actually holding down instinctually from playing Meat Boy, thinking it was run or something. So what is the reason for me wanting to do that? Well, it changes the whole game world, which is kind of neat. And I believe that's the main thrust of this game, is that it's very much all about switching back and forth. Now, it does make a very nice transition from one side to the other, and I'll grant them that. And it actually looks lovely. Like, the art style from one to the other looks very nice. But I have to say, like, what's the big deal about it? Like, so you change. Can I not get back down? I don't think I can. I didn't realize I was choosing a path through this. So I guess there's branching paths. Now we know that. And I did notice I also have this fireball attack, which seems pretty useful, I guess. So some of these crystals you'll notice are phased out. If we switch over to the other of the Giana Sisters, then we can pick those up. We got another new gallery artwork. So I guess there's some replay value just in the fact that you're going to need to play through these levels a few times to see everything that there is to see. At least that's the impression I get. It looked like there was another path going off down and to the left before we diverged in this direction. So when I switch between the worlds, these guys change from like adorable little, I don't know what you even call them, they're like frog elk dragons to little satanic demons. And the Giana Sisters are crisscrossed, so the happier one is in the dark world and the dark world one is in the happy world. Not sure the relevance to that yet, but maybe we'll learn. So that was a little bit of dynamic platforming there. I'm just sort of checking out the backgrounds and noticing they are very detailed. Like there's a whole parallaxing thing going on where you can see there's a few levels of detail. In fact, even the shadows are moving as I walk through here, and I'm wondering why that is. Maybe it's just a level of distance thing, or level of detail thing. And then we've got a very lovely hand-drawn, hand-painted pastel. I don't know quite what it is, but the very, very background actually blends quite seamlessly. I think they did a great job with that. So I know the art style is somewhat of a point of contention for some people. At least that's what I've been hearing. But no, it doesn't really bother me too much. It actually seems pretty classy to me. And as this is a Steam game, I think it is worthy of its distribution platform, so to speak. I know that's sort of a weird thing to say, but there is sort of an expectation, and I know that's sort of changing a little bit. Oh, that's the exit. Okay. I was just going to say that there's a little bit of an expectation that if your game's on Steam, it's going to be good. But, you know, there's been a few games like Orion Dino Beatdown, and more recently, I know there's been a few complaints about Towns being sort of an unfinished alpha. Nothing about this says unfinished to me, though. Actually seems quite polished, and I'm pretty happy with it, actually. I think I could probably get into this. But then again, you know, I am kind of partial to platformers. And that was just the first level, so I do kind of need to play a little bit more to get the feel for what's going on here. So we've got a the Tasmanian Devil kind of spinny move, I don't know what you call that. I guess we can use that to fly up another jump. Okay, so that's like your double jump then. And as far as I can tell, I have infinite use of that, which is good to know. The music is actually shifting also dynamically as we switch back and forth between the two characters. Seems pretty good. Nice scary tree there from Mortal Kombat 2. What's this guy gonna do? Is he gonna fall? No, he's just gonna wait. Alright, so we're gonna do a little bit of double jumping here. Oh, okay, and we gotta hold that down. I was actually supposed to switch over. Nope, crap. I messed that up. I was supposed to switch over mid-jump, and I think that's where most of the challenge for this one's gonna come in. Is making sure we do our switching in the proper places. And what does it want me to do here? Fireball? Oh, that's freaking X, not B. What am I doing? Alright, so the dream crystals we collected remain collected. That's good. I wonder if there's a... Oh, that thing's kind of silly looking. Like a weird, fat, pudgy bird. I wonder if there's like a direct reason that we want to be collecting these other than just to collect them. I'm kind of going to guess, and maybe I'm off base here, but usually... Oh, they look like Furbies. It's kind of silly. Usually when you get items like this, they end up being some sort of a currency system. And I would not be surprised if this was the case for these as well. Yeah, I keep staring at those backgrounds. They look lovely. It's sort of weird though, like, since I usually know most of the references, I feel like I'm coming at this one from a different perspective than usual. This feels odd to me to, like, know that there's a lot of hype around a game, but not know exactly why. Okay, I can bounce up this wall here. Wow. That's quite a move. There we go. I have to wonder if maybe there's a little bit of a Sonic the Hedgehog element to this as well. Okay, these platforms rise when we're in the dark world. Not sure why, they just do. Oh, we got a art piece or something over here. Be able to easily float over. None of the platforming has been particularly challenging yet, but we're only on the second level, so I should probably not be worried about that, huh? We've got some bats over here in a toxic waste pit, and I should probably make sure that I grab that. Water looks sort of interesting, I suppose. Looks a little mercurial. I know that's a thing that water does a lot in video games anyway. Alright, that's good to go. Checkpoint, and we've got this little castle spire here, which I should be able to smash through pretty successfully. But I'm going to want to get up to the top. Oh, I can actually zoom in any direction. That's kind of nice. Now, my next question was, can I combine the fireball and the swirly attack? And the answer to that is no. You pick one or the other, and it changes you back and forth to the world that corresponds with their move. So she gets the float move, and she gets the fireball move, and that's it. So if I hit Y right now, well, not right now, but now, because I have a jump again, I will switch to the happier Giana sister. I wish I knew their name. I know one's Giana, but I don't know what the other one's name is. Alright, I feel a little guilty for that, but let's... Can we get up? How do I get up there? I think maybe I have to shoot up and then switch in midair. That's one way to do it. Maybe I can fall from somewhere up higher or whatever. Okay, we'll deal with that another time, I suppose. I like that she can boost over and over again. That's kind of nice. The movement system seems very fluid. I don't have any issues with the controls. It was a little weird, like, getting to understand the fact that I needed to know that I would switch back and forth. Oh, that's dangerous. Yeah, I would switch back and forth between the characters just by using their corresponding button. But it makes sense. I mean, it's sort of like you have both at your disposal at all times. But then it seems a little disjointed, though, that the world is also shifting around. Like, it's not like you have both of these characters' tools. I mean, you do, but it's two worlds, so it's kind of weird. Yeah, I don't really know how to explain it, but it does feel a little disjointed. Like, should we maybe have these as two separate levels? I mean, probably not. This seems to make sense, and that's sort of the whole major gimmick, as far as I know, about Giana Sisters, is that this takes place. Alright, switch up like that. So we really are just all about collecting stuff. That's our main thrust here to this game, it seems. I've got 207 dream crystals. I'm feeling pretty good about that, I guess. I don't know why I want them, but I know I want them. See, unlike some people, though, I don't generally mind just straight platforming collecting quests just for the fact of that, because I don't know, it just feels right to me. I've played so many years of platformers, it's like it's ingrained in my mind that I see a shiny thing, I want it. And I don't even question why I want it, I just know I do. Because I know that there's probably going to be a stats tracking system somewhere along the line, and it's going to let me know that I did or didn't get all of them. And I'm a completionist when it comes to this stuff, like, I always have been, that's just the way it is. So one of the reasons I love games like Super Metroid and Castlevania Symphony of the Night so much is that I can just play them over and over again, and just make sure I get every single little detail about the game. Having nice little gallery artwork unlocks is a cool feature. I like when they do stuff like that, when developers do stuff like that. I mean, it's not going to make or break the game by any means, but it's a nice touch to know that they cared enough to add these little things that make you want to play it a little bit more. It's funny, like, I'm sort of going both ways on the concept of the switching back and forth between the worlds thing, because I feel like it makes sense and it kind of works. But at the same time, like I said before, it feels disjointed as well. But I'm not sure there's really a better way to do it. It might just be the way it is. And maybe just people who enjoy that kind of gameplay just find that that's cool. I mean, I don't know. There's not really a precedent here. I'm taking it as I can. Did I not mention that I have a straight double jump before, or do I not? I thought I did. Like 3 seconds ago, I thought I just had a double jump. Didn't you just see me do a double jump in midair? What just happened there? That was weird. Maybe I landed on a surface that I didn't realize I landed on. Alright, so I guess I was right the first time. This is my double jump. I thought I had a double jump and then also plus on top of that. And that lady's bouncy. You know, it's kind of weird. I would have probably preferred Now this, I don't know if this is like a valid claim because I don't know this, because it's impossible to know because, you know, the universe already unfolded in one direction, not the other. But I might have preferred if they had stuck with the original sort of art style and gone for a really campy, like wacky, just weird style. Because this seems like it's just sort of trying to appeal to, I don't know exactly who, but it's just trying to appeal to some market. And that's fine. I mean, you want your game to sell, obviously. But I feel like that sometimes having the right tone to your game, like that feels true to itself, is good too. I don't think that's probably the right thing to say, because I'm not trying to say that this isn't true to itself. But somewhere in there is a kernel of some sort of valid criticism, and I'm not sure how to get to it. Alright, does water kill me, by the way? I haven't established my relationship with water in this game. Water does not, in fact, kill me. And I don't seem to even have an oxygen bar, unless we're going Sonic the Hedgehog style, which we may very well be doing. There are bubbles here, but I don't seem to be able to eat them. And I don't hear any kind of ticking down clock or alarm bells going off. Alright, whatever. Good to know. Like I always say, you gotta establish that relationship with water as soon as you can, so you know what you're in for. So apparently crystals are instant death. They are basically Mega Man spikes. Oh, we've got a Jesus fish down here? What's going on with that? It's probably not a Jesus fish, just looked like it for a second. Okay, out of the well, lady. How do I... Can I not... Oh, okay. The well is only exposed in her world. So I'm going to go out on a limb and guess there's probably bosses in this game. Kind of curious to see one of those. I mean, I saw that dragon before, but he wasn't really in full-on boss mode. He was just in eating somebody mode, which, you know, sometimes bosses get eaty. Seen it happen before. I'll probably see it happen dozens more times in my lifetime. Yeah, they gotta eat. Felt like I could push that block for a second. I'm not sure why. Oh, is this poisonous water? Oh, yeah, it is. Alright, it was only slightly like lavender, so I didn't really question it as much as I should have. But yeah, this is clearly like green now. But, you know, in this world, it doesn't seem that dangerous. So what's up with the punky Giana sister? She seems overly emo for whatever's going on. Maybe she just likes a darker perspective on the world. That's fine. I've been there myself. She's kind of doing it wrong, though, with the pink hair. I mean, it's... Oh, okay, we gotta switch while we're on the platform, and it switches and goes up. So it's almost a physics puzzle. And then what's up with, like, the hellish bones and skeletons everywhere? I mean, it looks pretty good. It's just I don't quite get it. Yeah, maybe I don't need to get it. Nope. We're in a sort of a classic game mode right now, so maybe I should just go along with it, because that's really the way games used to be. Nobody ever questioned why Mario had pipes and clouds that throw spiky things at you. Just the way it is. Oh, wow, okay, I thought I was gonna get hit there. Those things totally look like Furbies, right? It's not just me. I kind of wish the Dream Crystals look a little different, just because I'm so used to seeing that Sims character cursor director thingy, and that is just absolutely looking like that to me. Alright, I can break through these solid block walls, and also bricks, and also boxes. Am I supposed to be trying to speedrun? Like, is that the goal here? Doesn't seem like it. There's no time limit. Seems pretty casual, actually. Like, the whole pacing of this seems comfortable. Nobody's in a hurry here. We're going. Things are where they're going, and we'll get there eventually. Demons don't seem very threatening. Maybe that'll change as we get on further in. They sort of just want to walk back and forth. I mean, they're not even bothering anybody. Why even bother them? I mean, just when they get in your way, that's really the only reason. I think the demons look cooler than the Furbies, though, so I'll give them that. And you can only do one fireball per jump. I don't know if I made that clear before. Oh, is that a... Oh yeah, you can bounce off the floor. Alright, so I know she bounces already, but like, she bounces always. Whoa, what's going on here? The water's rising. Is this a scripted element? What's going on here? I can't... Oh, okay, it's coming up and then going back down. Yeah, you can only break through the walls when there's no water. Okay. Because obviously, your lady turns into a fireball, and that just wouldn't make any sense. It's funny the things that games choose to focus on realism for. I mean, we're in a crazy world here that's switching back and forth between two realities, and there's like crystal spikes everywhere and demons, but you can't be underwater and be on fire at the same time. That's the thing that we're choosing to focus on. And this is not at all a criticism of this game, I'm just talking about games in general. Sometimes you just make these funny observations. There, what's this platform up to? Yeah, you know what? That Trine influence is really quite ever-present. These platforms look like they're straight out of it. They had that, like, vaguely steampunk vibe to them, and there's the end. So the dream crystals are in another castle, I suppose. I don't know, I'm having a tough time either liking or disliking this. I'm not feeling like it's terrible, I'm not feeling like it's bad, it just sort of feels sort of homogenous. It's just sort of a generic platforming game. But maybe that's just what's to be expected because it's of the time that is the way that those games were. And that's the reason that this game got such support in the first place, is because it's of that time. And we just generally don't see as much uncomplicated, you know, uncompromised. I almost wanted to say simplistic, but it's not completely simplistic. There are some things going on here. So I guess I can pick a direction here? No. Okay, I can go... Wait, what? I don't know what it's trying to tell me to do there. Oh, okay, I can go down. Cool. Let's go down. Let's break all the blocks. I love breaking blocks. So I guess that was a shortcut. That seemed pretty cool. It wasn't exactly hard to find. What's over here? Alright. This area seems very large. That's something that I've always found a little intimidating whenever you walk into a new area in a platformer and it's way, way too big and you don't have any idea what the size or scale of the area is. Sometimes it makes you sort of hesitant to want to move forward at that point. Okay, that platform only exists in one reality and not the other. I mean, it seems like some of the rules for why the worlds need to switch seem very arbitrary. Like, what's gonna change when you change your character? You never know. It's all, like, based on individual instances. So, like, for example, this platform right here is spinning this way, and then when you change, it spins the other way. Why does it do that? I don't know. There's a yellow and a red jewel, that's all I know. And then there's two sets of crystals on most everything requiring you to sort of backtrack on it. Like, you're not actually backtracking because you're just standing in the same place, but it's like you need to revisit the same area twice. Why did I just die twice to that thing? How about I just... Oh, I can't spike through it because that will turn me into the other one, and that doesn't work. Oh, I just can't jump on that one at all. Okay, so I will avoid this then. I was getting ahead of myself. I thought I was going to be crafty. Gotta not do that. So the Furbies seem quite vulnerable to attack. But those spiky horned demons, not so much. I kind of feel bad killing them. They're sort of silly. Whoa. It is kind of nice, though, to play a game where it's just, like, straight up old school one-hit kills. Like, you know the rules. They're just what they used to be. You know, the more things change, the more they stay the same. I would definitely like... Oh, there's spikes under me. Okay. I would like a legit double jump, though. I don't think it's gonna happen, but it would be cool if I could unlock that or something. So somehow I have to, like, memorize what's under me in what area of what part of the level. Kinda weird. not really much for memorizing stuff, so that strikes me as a little annoying, but you know, it could be worse. That is kind of the point of the game, is to navigate these two worlds dynamically. So I guess I can bounce my way up this. Seems pretty cool. Alright, so I gotta bounce my way up that as well. How do I bounce while also... Okay, that's confusing. Switch. Oh. Got it. Alright, that's actually kind of a cool twist. So I can actually use both worlds at the same time, provided I'm already in mid-bounce. Good to know. And then I can go back down the other side, but first I gotta grab all these dream crystals, because why not? Grab, 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 wait in case I have to change. That was my cue, I missed it. Now I'm all the way back down here. No! I wasn't trying to bounce. No! Alright, I was kind of getting used to the concept of... Ah, crap. Oh, right, it's not one-hit kills down here. Just on the other side. I was getting used to the concept of switching back and forth a lot, and then I just sort of didn't that time. I don't know what that was about. So I guess as things get more and more hectic, we're going to start seeing some very incredible platforming chains, which I'm all for. I mean, I do want this to get more complex as we go. Because right now, the difficulty level we're at is like pretty much just about anyone should be able to play this. I don't feel any major resistance. In fact, if I was actually like seriously trying and concentrating, I'm pretty certain I would have been able to make it to this point without dying at all. And I'm not just trying to brag or anything. I mean, you saw what happened. It wasn't that complicated. Alright, let's get this Sims crystal up here. Good to have. Add you to my collection. Lots more crystals over here. There are a lot of crystals, I'll give them that. So the ones that you pick up, I wonder if they stay gone the next time you revisit the level. Well, I guess I can find that out later. Regardless, I would hope that they do. In fact, that would make the game a lot more fun, because then you'll have some replay value to each level trying to collect everything. This is pretty. I like this crystal area. In fact, there was an area just like that in Trine as well. I am glad that that thing did not kill me on spikes on the ceiling, because that would have been cheap and annoying. Alright, there's almost always crystals on those platforms. There wasn't on that one, though. Alright, Furby's trying to get me. I'm not too concerned. Let's go over here. Another balloon platform going up. I'm trying to think of, like, things I would compare this to. Oh, that's so nice. I love Jules as well. I feel like it's some sort of a combination of Sonic the Hedgehog and obviously, you know, Mario, because, well, platformers. You know, you might not even need to say Mario, because Sonic is a platformer of its own right, so screw you, Mario. Yeah, so Trine and Sonic, I guess? That did not work out. And those are decent games to be compared to, actually. I mean, there's not really any reason to be upset about that. Oh, that's gonna kill me. Alright, let's go this way then, fine. I'll grab some crystals along the way, because gotta have those. And we're just gonna jump this way. Okay, gotta be careful there. Another balloon platform going up. The camera seems like it's been pretty responsive so far. I haven't had any real gripes, although just now when I said that, the camera was a little too low for my liking, but not a big deal. I guess if I go over back to the left... Yeah, okay. Oh, I just went both in the wrong direction. No, screw it. Let's just keep going this way. I don't feel like backtracking right now. That is not so challenging. I'm just switching a lot of times. Oh, seriously? The stairs? They got obscured by that stupid mushroom. How about I don't even do that? I'll just jump over them. Hey, dynamic gameplay. You can choose your own path, kind of. Hey, I almost did a sweet combo, and then I killed myself for no reason. Look at that, I'm going through this level in every way. Oh man, that's totally like Sonic. That's how you get up there. So these guys are primed for you to bounce off of them, and that's how you get to the good stuff. Alright, knowing you can combo that flame move actually makes this jumping sequence much more fun. 555 out of 751, huh? So I got, what, 1 or 2 of those big crystals? It's hard to tell if those are like counting as 1 when they light up or what. And then there's all those stars at the bottom. I don't know what these all mean, but maybe one day I'll figure it out. So I'm unlocking more levels here. Looks like the game's fairly long, maybe. I like the art of each one of these worlds. It actually reminds me of the opening sequence to each level in Kid Chameleon, which is a game that I absolutely want to play on my channel at some point. It's one of my absolute favorites from the Sega Genesis era. And I think a lot of people nowadays might not know about it, but it is definitely a classic platformer. Owlbeak Castle, I like that name. Alright, so I think we're going to probably wrap it up at this point. I do like the fact that they show your progress on each level at the bottom of it. That's nice. And it does definitely lend that replay value, like I mentioned before, because you want to go through and max out everything. It may only be for artwork, I'm not sure yet. Can I play any of these levels going forward, or no, I still have to play them in order? Just wondering. And why does this one have a giant pink lock? Because it's not like I can get to any of them. Well, whatever, I guess I gotta get more stars or something. So going back out, so there's score attack, time attack, hardcore, no checkpoints, and uber hardcore. You die, you restart from level 1. That sounds miserable, honestly. I don't think I would want to ever do that, but that's me. So this has been Giana Sisters Twisted Dreams. Very tough to say if I recommend this or not. I'm gonna say if you enjoy this style of game, I can't see really a lot of reasons not to recommend it. But at the same time, I mean, it's, like I said too, it's a little generic. It doesn't go too out of the box, but, you know, then again, I only played 4 levels or so into the game, so it could still get better. I feel like this is a game I would probably want to keep playing for a bit, but there's a pretty good chance that I'm probably eventually just going to get tired of it or bored of it and move on to something else. It is on Steam right now. I will put the links up in the description as I always do, so feel free to head on over and check that out. I imagine with the Steam winter sales coming up, you'll probably be able to get this one at a pretty good price. I think it's only $10 to begin with, though, so it's not bad. It seems like a very acceptable price. And I think it's also coming out for Xbox Live Arcade and PSN eventually. And I also read possibly Ouya. I'm not sure still if that's the proper way to pronounce that word, but I don't even know if that gaming console, quote-unquote, is going to even ever exist. But in case it does, be good to know. Oh yeah, I was making comments like, why are there skeletons and stuff in the background? It's Dream World, who cares, right? It's their dreaming stuff. Let them dream whatever they want. It's a nice owl outside, by the way. I want to meet him. I guess we'll meet him in Owlbeak Castle. Seems like a good place to go next. So, that's going to wrap us up for this episode. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Make sure, as always, to head on over to the website, indie-impressions.com. Browse all the new and the old videos. Check them out. Look at the free ones. Look at the Greenlight stuff. You'll find a bunch of cool stuff there. I mean, as you guys probably know, I curate this this collection based on stuff that I feel is original, unique, interesting for one reason or another. So you'll hopefully find a lot of really cool games there, and I definitely recommend that you check it out. And hopefully tell a friend if you don't mind. I'd appreciate that as well. But when you're done with the website, head on over to facebook.com/indieimpressions. Leave a like on that, and then I will show up every day in your Facebook feed with whatever my new video is. I do one of these every single day. And if you have any comments, criticism, suggestions, or want to recommend a game, preferably a free one unless you're a developer and want to send me a review copy, feel free to hit me up at RockLeeSmile on Twitter, or leave you know, a comment or PM me on YouTube, whatever. There's a million ways. There's also a contact form on the website, so there is no problem contacting me. There's a lot of ways to do that. So that is going to do it for today. Make sure you come back again tomorrow. We'll do another awesome game, and I hope to see you back. Have a lovely night, guys. Thanks so much. Later.